All right. It is day 7. Day 7 of full week. Not straight, but a full week of Farlands or Bust, FLoB-a-thon, subathon. We are ready to continue the timer. Had a few subs before we started here, and bits and tips. The timer is running for day 7, April 5th, 2024. We left off at 58,843.2
Let's
megabytes.
go Farlands or bust.
Let's go Farlands. Are we going to surpass 59? 60? Well, I mean 60 eventually, but I mean 59 gigabytes today? I don't know. We had about 70 per segment. And doing the math in my head, I don't know what that means. Maybe 3 segments? I don't know if I can go 3 segments here. But only one way to find out. Woof! Woof indeed. Whoa, hello, Wolfie. You're right there, aren't you? Everybody's got their woofs out. Ready to go west towards the Farlands here in Minecraft Beta 173. Just 18 hours and 30 minutes remain. I think it's a sign of just how many hours there are on the timer. But we had, what was that, last Wednesday? That huge subathon with like 300 sub bath bombs that got us to 24 hours or whatever. We're just running down the clock now, it seems. Until Mux came along.
Glory to you and your house.
Let's go.
Let's go! Added 2 minutes to the timer with that Twitch Prime 14 months subtub. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go! I hear skeletons. Oh, I hear more skeletons. That's a shame. That's a shame. Indeed. So there was an earthquake on the East Coast. That had to be good times. Yes, it was outside of New York, New Jersey. The reason it gets such news is because there are rarely earthquakes out there, and also it's a heavily populated location. And also, that part of the country is on some really solid bedrock, so it could be felt for much further distance than, say, West Coast earthquakes, which are less uncommon. But because of the geology, not felt for multiple states. Multiple states around. So that's interesting. It lasted just 20 seconds. 20 seconds is a long time. That's a long time for the Earth to be quaking. Let's watch 20 seconds now. Shaky, 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 halfway done, shaky, 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 shake, shake, shake a shaker, shake and bake, shaky, shaky, shake, 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 shaky, shaky, and 20 seconds. That's a long time.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Shaky, shaky.
You are going to assist me in a most important ceremony.
Timo Warner.
Shaky, shaky, shake, shake, shack.
Shake Shack. Thank you very much. 10 sub bath bomb to start us off here, blasting us out of the water. Timo Warner, much appreciated. Adding 20 minutes. Now a 20-minute earthquake would be a real problem. Here comes the earthquake again. Yeah, the only earthquakes I've ever felt were pretty short. The one up here in Seattle, like it felt like somebody shook the bed like once, and like the reverberations were what followed. Of course, that one came in like 2 waves. Like the first wave woke me up, and then I was like, what was that? And then
Oh my god, shaky.
I'm glad you remembered.
I can go several days without rest if necessary. You cannot.
5 sub bath bomb from Destroyer. Aftershock. Thank you very much. Subtub. But yeah, the weird thing about the follow-up, and I've told this before, is that I could hear it coming. Like, I could hear the windows in the neighborhood, like, in a distance, and then, like, I felt it, and then it, like, went by like a wave. That was weird. And there have been ones in Illinois. When I lived in Illinois, there have been earthquakes. But again, they really didn't feel like much more than somebody... They always happen at night. I don't know why they always happen at night. But somebody, like, just shaking the bed. I mean, they might happen during the day, but if you're up and about, you don't notice it. There was one in Arizona. That I only remember because I didn't feel it, but I heard, like, the ceiling light fixtures shake. Which was kind of weird. That was, like, a very minor one. My little sister, who moved to California, has felt a couple. I had to tell her about the one that happened during the hurricane. There was that hurricane, typhoon that went through LA. And I heard it. I saw, like, everybody on Twitter is like, earthquake! And I'm like, how's the hurricane combo earthquake going? He's like, I didn't know that was an earthquake. I thought it was just a truck driving by. Yeah, she's felt multiple more since then. Ow! I was about to say careful Wolfie, but careful me. Careful Wolfie! Will the earthquake kill the kudzu? I don't understand that reference. I don't know what a kudzu is. Do you not have the devil vine there? Oh, is that what you were doing this morning? No, we have our devil vine is either blackberry or English ivy is our devil vine. Damn English. Damn redcoats. Spooky noises.
For Wolfie's medical bills.
Thank you. We do have a patch of English ivy in the backyard that we've just like contained, but we would really like to get rid of. Maybe that could be a sub goal, is that I stream it. Since it's all the rage nowadays. Invasive species control. Although I don't have any fancy cutters and chainsaws. I have to do it by hand. Was it poison ivy that got you, Cone? It was not. It was the penguin. Or some other Batman villain to be inserted here at a later date for humor. Oh, you're not gonna get that pig, Wolfie? The best jokes have to be explained. We do have like a pickaxe, which honestly I think is probably the best way to attack. We covered like a part of it in like we had like leftover roll of Tyvek, but I don't think that's actually done anything to kill the vines. Right at the end, I found the kudzu that strangled the tree, and it was thicker than my arm. You know what else is thicker than my arm? Or on a stick. That must be an East Coast thing. Or it's an East Coast word for a thing that we also have, but calls something different, so I don't know. Only Ontario has confirmed kudzu invasion in Canada. Japanese arrowroot or Chinese arrowroot? Alright, well I guess we don't have it. Yeah, we have English ivy. Blackberry is everywhere and cannot be contained. I mean, the girlfriend is taking a course right now in invasive species and management. Broom? Yellow... Scotch broom. Scotch broom is everywhere. And that's impossible to get rid of. There's also, like, the onion that has the seeds that, like, fly out. Whatever that thing is called. And there's a type of fern. We have native ferns here, but there's just a type of fern that just pops out of nowhere in the ground. Invasive! I mean, you remember the nature walk with the girlfriend? You gotta kick it. You gotta punch it. Kick those invasive species. Punch them. I needed some dirt. Yeah, I don't know what the specific definition of invasive, but any introduced plant species that thrives and then dominates native plant species ecosystem, I think is considered invasive and, like, multiplies without intervention. Which the girlfriend says in class it's kind of a thing, like, that gets her in trouble. It's kind of like, all right, so at what point does an invasive species become a native species? Or a naturalized species, you know? Like, there's very rigid definitions. But, like, eventually, this plant might kill and make extinct the previous plant, but now that it's here, and it's been here for dozens of decades, is this now a native plant? Nope, get muted, everybody. Because theoretically also with climate change, global warming, the habitat of species is changing to either take advantage of or accommodate climate change. The balance of power can shift. I don't know. I'm not the one in this class. You'll have to ask the girlfriend. Quabs getting closer to Antarctica, the only place they don't live because it's getting warmer. Once they get up on the continent, they'll be unstoppable. I mean, unless it gets cold. Cold enough to kill them. Anything, for me, anything that produces thorns or is prickly to the touch is invasive and must be completely removed by the root whenever noticed. That is an interesting quantifier, I suppose. So rose bushes are invasive. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Cactuses, all cactuses, no matter where they are invasive. Oh, dang it. I thought this was a bigger ocean. Bananas on pizza are an invasive species. Not pineapples, though. That's what I just heard. What about lettuce on pizza? Oh, I checked the Discord. There was a California Pizza Kitchen, which can be argued isn't pizza, but there was a, what was it? It was like a BLT pizza or something. But it had like lettuce on top. Like all the BLT fixins, including the L. But it also had like mayonnaise on the lettuce. It was pretty good. I remember. What the L? L's bells. Hello, governor. Yeah, I was thinking of that. I was trying to think. I think the last time I went to a California Pizza Kitchen was in California. I remember going after the NASA social, the NASA Cassini social by myself. But then, yes, Cone, we went... I think that was also California. Or was it? Was that Chicago? I don't know why we would have gone to a California Pizza Kitchen in Chicago. It was either a PAX or a marathon. Yeah, I went there because I'm like, oh, they got gluten-free pizza. And then, like, I ordered and they're like, oh, we don't have any of the gluten-free pizza left. So I had to have a salad. Yes, I remember that. That was a resounding disappointment. Was it a free salad? No. Why would it be a free salad? Gluten-free. There wasn't any gluten-free pizza. Free gluten. I did make that chili last night. And I did... They weren't... I took the dried peppers that we had, and I used the girlfriend's coffee grinder, the cheap bladed kind, and I chopped them up and made them into a powder, almost flaky powder dust. They weren't ancho chilies, they were godillo. dried chilies. I only put 2 in. I don't know if it made that big of a difference, to be honest. Because I got a different chili spice packet that was a little bit more of like a smoky flavor. But it turned out good. Well, no, we don't use that coffee grinder. Because I got my fancy coffee grinder. I got a fellow grinder. Hello, fellow grinder. Well, like the coffee grinders you should have and use if you grind your own beans. Beans is a burr grinder. Burr, not the blade grinder. It grinds fellows. Fellows? Don't they make paper shredders? Is that not the same company? Paper shredder, coffee grinder, it's all the same. Two in one. Paper grinder. Now mine's a Bona Vita coffee grinder, of which there is nowhere to find spare parts, as we've been through before multiple times. Oh, I need beds. Ooh, buddy. Excuse me. Forget about my tea.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Rocket Whale _
1441 subs. Thank you, anonymous gifter. A lot of different levels of cheaty snow right there, isn't it? Ooh, sorry. What is the goal, to walk in a straight line again? It was 1200 and we already did it. You missed it. That was day 3? Was that day 3 we did that? Yeah, no, that was pretty terrible. We're not doing that again. To do it again. Gotta come up with original ideas here, folks. $50,000 subs. Oof. $2,000 subs to walk like Qbert. I don't know what that is either. So I'm not getting any of your references today, Cone. How did you never play Qbert? Sorry? Old school mall arcade. Well, there we go. I never spent time at mall arcades. Or malls. Ooh. Did you ever play Kicks where you had to draw lines across the screen to enclose a moving object? Or it touches your line? No. I only know about Kicks, the cereal. Man, that was good cereal. You drizzle some honey on top of that? Honey Drizzle was my nickname, etc., etc. Whoa. Ooh, excuse me. Total eclipse in 3 days. I've decided I'm going to Vermont. Yeah, it does. I mean, the initial forecasts seem like northern New York, which is where Powers is going, right? Southern Illinois seem like they're going to be the most cloud-free.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to that man Zam.
That man Zam, welcome to the subtub again, and thank you, anonymous user. Right, it'll still get weirdly dark. Even if you're clouded. In your judgment. But it still doesn't compare to actually seeing the totality disc. And honestly, sometimes... Careful, Wolfie! Sometimes they do know with a solar eclipse that clouds clear up. Pretty neat.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to an anonymous user.
Ah, full of chuckles today we are. Well, that's the other thing. Northern New York and like that area is getting like snow and stuff, isn't it? I mean, I think Indianapolis is supposed to get snow this weekend, but it might clear. Ooh. Oh, unless I read wrong. Maybe I was thinking of Cincinnati. Something. Somewhere I was looking at the forecasts said there might be snow this weekend. Woof indeed.
An anonymous user gifted a Tier 1 sub to Tom's Banana Toy.
Okay. Tom's Banana Toy. I don't think we've lost any time. Didn't the stream start at 18:26:06? Ooh, buddy. I wonder how many intact boats you left in the world. Honestly, I'm sure there's some sort of indicator in the save file. And like, with the overviewer map that looks at signs and beds, there's probably a way to look at boats.
Well, if you ask me, the price is too damned high.
No time lost? Well, going on vacation tomorrow, so front-loading my planned subathon donation.
What?
Animal 104 gifted a Tier 1 sub to Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Guy.
This is their first gift sub in the channel.
Oh no, what's happening?
An anonymous user gifted
Why
a
is
Tier
this all
1
happening
sub
at the
to
same
Timo
time?
Warner.
Timo Warner? That's not Timo Warner. Timo Warner. Avalanche 160. You all conspired together to have these alerts come at the same time. With a top tip of the year. $200 tip. That added to like 2 hours. Oh. And that's the first time I think we've heard that alert, right? That unnecessary avalanche, but thank you very much. And also damn you very much. I was just talking about 18 hours. $100 ads an hour? I don't know.
Mr. Worf. Fire.
I'm all lost and confused.
Let's make it over 21 hours to go, for $1.
For Uncle Scientist. Uncle Scientist with a $120 tip. They want to send me to the Eclipse. That's what I'm going to use this money for. So long, suckers. Actually, no, it'll cost like $2,000 to, at this point, book a trip to the Eclipse. Thank you very much, Uncle Scientist. And also, damn you very much. We're back up to 21 hours. We are all lost and confused. Isn't it confusing, though? And then Anonymous giving a gift sub to Timo Warner and Animal 104, thank you for the gift sub to Bill Nye the Science Guy with 2 Ys. Imposter. You mad lads. That's why I'm thinking of waking up at 4 a.m. to start my drive to get to the destination by 8 a.m. You might...
Mr. Worf. Fire.
What's that? Why? I need to know the psychology. I need to know the psychology of this. Macho Mandoff.
An anonymous user gifted a Tier 1 sub to Dad Scientist. Animal 104 gifted a Tier 1 sub to Santa Claus's Roll. They have given
Santa
2
Claus's
subs
Roll.
in the channel.
Santa Claus's Roll. Macho Mandoff with $100 tip. Mr. Worf. Thank you very much, Macho Mandoff. There's some... we need to look at the psychology. We are winding up the timer, Destroyer. We are indeed. We went like 3 days since that last we were at 24 hours. And we like barely had any gift subs or anything like that, which is fine. We got to work down the timer. But then all of a sudden, y'all conspired against me. I need to know the psychology of that. And it was like, it seemed to be unplanned. Like 4 people did alerts at the same time. Unless, like I said, y'all are conspiring against me. And like a completely new person, this Animal 104. A lurker, perhaps. Gifting subs out of nowhere. Everybody's favorite.
Is this a tip train? You're still stuck here.
I am very much stuck here now for 22 hours and 25 minutes. Tom's Banana Cakes, if that is your real name, for $50. In the tip jar. We are gonna... There they are again.
Animal 104 gifted a Tier 1 sub to Bob Ross, my dad. They have given 3 gift subs
Bob
in the
Ross, my
channel.
dad. Bob's your uncle. Bob Ross, my dad. Bob Ross, your dad? Square on the lips.
An anonymous user gifted a Tier 1 sub to Adam71. Bob Ross.
That's pretty good. Bob Ross. An anonymous gifter, thank you.
Good tea. Nice house.
Kina with a $25 tip. Thank you very much. Today's the day of the tips. I
An
need
anonymous
dirt.
user gifted a Tier 1 sub to
Oh,
Big
on a
Sean
hype
Chu.
train.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
Whoa, careful, Wolfie.
Chu.
God bless you. Gablinkus, as I say to Juno when she sneezes. Chew.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
Level 2 hype train already. I made them too easy. Too bad they don't take
Minecraft.
tip jars
Ride the
into
pig.
Do what now?
into account for hype trains.
Animal 104 gifted a Tier 1 sub to Jeff Bezos' illegitimate son. They
What?
have given 4 gift subs in the channel.
Okay. Beffery Jezos. That's a weird one. The first one you meant to be anonymous. You've unanonymized yourself. Thank you very much.
SuperBub1E gifted a tier 1 sub to Animal104. They have given 16 gift subs in the channel.
Super Bubani.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to That's a Weird Name Kid.
It's a weird name, one said. Ooh.
I can go several days without rest if
Jan
necessary.
Skalvik
You cannot.
with the 5 sub bath bomb. Little handful of subs.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to everyone in the chat.
Everyone in the chat. Hope you brought enough for everyone in the chat.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Kurt JMACM.
Emaciated Kurt J. Mac. There is, and there was, and I don't know if there continues to be. There was a thing for a while, and it might still be a thing, where scammers on Twitch would create channels with, like, just one letter off at the end, or added to the end, or an underscore A or 1. Because Twitch and all their stupidity had the search autofill organized alphabetically instead of relevance. So, like, you would search Kurt J, and then there'd be, like, a whole list of Kurt J, Macum 1, Macum 2, Macum 3, you know, like, all that stuff. Cone Dodger, you know, and like, all varying Cone Dodger 240L, E, M, and, you know, really bizarre. I haven't seen that much of a problem. Scone Dodger? Is there a Scone Dodger? I mean, it's weird because, like, are all these, like, how does the scam work? Other than maybe, like, I never actually looked at any of the channels. Maybe they have, like, a tip jar link or something like that that goes to them. But, like, they can't all be partnered or affiliated. Twitch, right?
Animal 104 gifted a tier 1 sub to How to Turn Off CAPS. They have given 5 gift subs in the channel.
How to turn off CAPS. That's what she spelled out loud instead of saying caps. $23 hours. I mean, I know that's a real issue and continues to be a real issue on Instagram. Particularly if you ever, which is why I never, but if you ever do any sort of contest or giveaway on Instagram, you're instantly going to have like 40 scam look-alike impersonator accounts on Instagram that steal all your stuff and your icons and everything and start messaging all your followers. You won the prize. It happens to a lot of tattoo artists, I notice. And then, like, the scammers will be like, just email me your deposit, or just PayPal me your deposit for your tattoo.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Goot.
Goot? Goot. I think you meant good tea, but Goot. Goot Boulderfist.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Nice House.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
You got only 20 seconds on the hype train.
2 things. Can we keep the tip train going, and can we get back up to 24 hours?
I don't know. Ah, well,
Thank
you
you
let.
so much for
Oh, I don't. It didn't catch.
You are going to assist me in a most important ceremony.
Timo Warner. Thank you for the 10 sub bath bomb.
The world may never know.
The world may never know if we were to ever get any of these emotes from the hype train that ended literally the second Timo Warner's gift subs came through. Furry artists? It happens with furry artists? Yeah, I wouldn't know that. Potomisium, thank you for the bits. I almost said bings. Thank you for the bings. Oh, now I'm getting Stream Elements disconnected. Stream Elements connected instead of cannot connect. I mean, it's still working. It's still adding time every time something happens, so. Another connection, another connection, another connection, another connection. Nice mushrooms. On my Instagram? How do you know it's my Instagram and not an impersonator? They look like Fordite. I almost ended up with a Fordite wedding ring. Speaking of Instagram. There's like an Instagram person who like has a lathe. And it's not ZK, but they like make rings out of strange materials, and Fordite was one of them. I still might. I don't know. Nothing says that, like, you can't have multiple wedding rings. I also don't much care for wearing rings. So to spend $300 or whatever on a ring. Oh, how are you where's your health at? I regretted the meteorite. Is that what you have? A meteorite ring? That's another thing he makes, too. Oh, this is a minor problem. Okie dokie, I guess I won't be making the hidey hole there. How about on this side? We'll hear water. But at least there's a floor to this part of the hidey hole. Alright. Yeah, we can... Alright, the moon is rising. Ah, 23, 23, 23. Let me out of here!
One more to try and get back up to 24 hours.
Trying!
You're still stuck here, Kurt Honk.
Kurt Honk. that's not the ominous message that you expect to get from your captor. Honk! Alright, let's go to sleep. Back up the world. Before we get to 24 hours. Destroyer, thank you for the gift sub. For paint. Metals from space sure do corrode. Oh, that's a shame. I wonder if why they don't or they can't, like, protect it or put some sort of protectant over. Is it like a stone or is it like the actual ring? Ooh, we just might today. We just might pass 59 gigabytes on the world side. We're at 58,918.14. Minecraft. For those of you who missed it because I said it too fast.
Timo Warner gifted a tier 1 sub to ShinyPunksum. They have given 380 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you very much, Timo Warner. We left off at 4:44 p.m. at 58,918.14 megabytes on the world save. Might want to stretch it an extra day for good measure. Oh, to try to get... maybe we can do that. Although I don't want the game to freeze and freak out. But we could push it. I'll need to make 4 beds instead of 3. Mid segment. Who's ready to begin? Woof! Wolfie's ready to begin. I forgot how I made this hidey hole. There we go. It was in haste. I made this hidey hole with great haste. Because the previous one had a bit of a foundation issue. But let's grab Wolfie. And continue west. Here in Minecraft Beta 173. Ooh, gift sub. Paid it forward. Thank you very much. I saw a suspiciously green object up ahead. Alright, maybe I was wrong, but I swear I did. Oh, that's a wolf! Ah, the wolf! Do we go? Jesus. you dingus. You got me. Do we let the wolf out? to murder these sheep, or do we... Oh, now Wolfie's joined him. It's a wolf trap. Free the wolves. Alright. It'll be blood on your hands. Alright, this wolf is not very smart. I like how he looked at me. He thanked me, and then went about his murderous ways. Oh, murder. Oh, whoa. That was weird. The wild wolf went back there and it came out wolfy. Alright. Carry on, sir. Or ma'am. Or they or them. Whatever you want to be. Everything's coming up wolfy. You need some wood. A tip! That's not a tip, that's a donation. That's a donation to the charity. Is what that is. Let me look at that. Thank you for a donation to Direct Relief Charity. Shiny Punksum. Hitting all the points for support. Much appreciated. Does donating to the charity add anything to the timer? It does not. I was thinking, like, if we hit the charity goal during the subathon, FLoB-a-thon, I'll, like, add 8 hours or something like that. I was thinking of, like, trying to track it, like, every $100, but, like, that would be difficult.
Do I not appear more intellectual?
Rommel. Hello. Sorry, I talked over your message. Hello. 89 months in the subtub. Subtub. What about 24 hours? That would be rough. What? Double the length of whatever is left on the clock at the time. Now that's interesting. That's interesting. So... Why, thank you. I am very interesting. That makes me want to have the timer, to keep the timer as low as possible. But also, that makes you want to have the timer as high as possible when that happens. Well, that's interesting. I mean, that's $3,000, or like $2,000, $500 for the charity. Which, if that came through as like a tip, how many hours would that be? Quick. Like how that pig oinked as he disappeared. Charity goal. I mean, I don't what's the actual number? 7,396 minus 4,712. $2,683. Okay. So divide that by 2. And that's how many minutes would get added. Somebody donated that amount. Or times that by 2. Wait, how do you figure that out? Oh, it'd be, yeah, because $2 equals 1 minute. Yeah. 22 hours. So yeah, either I could say either 24 hours or double the time that's currently on the timer. If it gets hit, just add the 24. But see, if it gets hit right now, I would only have to add 23.39. Same at this point, but if it takes you guys 3 weeks to raise that amount of money for the charity, and I get the timer down to about like 8 or 10 hours, then I only need to add 8 or 10 hours. See, it's all part of the game. Alternately, if you guys get us back to 50 hours and then you do the donation goal, then I'm really screwed. A 24-hour cap. All right. I mean, we could say that. Where going, Kurt? Going Farlands. What's the official rule then? All right, hold on. I'm gonna put it in writing after I sleep here. Oh, that's not a bed. That's a bed. Bing. All right. Pausing the game, but not the timer. All right. I'm on the FLoB-a-thon subathon thing. I need. What's the? Okay, here we go. Do we need a does anybody a notary public? if we 100% the FLoB direct relief charity fundraiser during the subathon line space. Oh wait, how do you add a line space on a spreadsheet? Isn't it like control enter? Yeah, that's the one.
I can go several days without rest if necessary.
5 gift subs,
cannot.
Krebstar. Much appreciated. Bath bomb. How do I word this? We double the the time remaining at the time the charity goal is met. Oops, I hit enter instead of control enter. "24 hours max." Fine print. There's fine print. How do I italicize? I italicize text. There we go. Uh-oh. Hyman's donated $5. Oh, that's not what I want to do. How do I change the color of the text? There we go. The link. Wait, what happened to the text? Ah, here we go. Oh, well, no, I don't want that to be a link. Oh, I can't. Oh, you can't just have the link be the link. The whole text box has to be the link. I guess it does. Well, now I beamed it up. Is there a reason the goal is at an odd number? Because that was the last F3 number. Or it's based on the last F3 number. 7,396,350, whatever it was. Oh, I did it. I made just the words a link. I'm so good at video games. All right, there we go. It's in writing. If we 100% the FLoB Direct Relief Charity Fundraiser during the subathon, we double the time remaining at the time the charity goal is met. Asterisk after double, 24 hours maximum. Well, now it's official. Where's that text located? There. With all the other details. At sub.farlandsorbust.com. A legally binding document. These pigs are dry. Very dry. Extraordinarily dry. Oh, that one had some. Sakia. $100 going to the charity. Thank you very much. It always takes a second for the progress bar to update, so now we're up to $4,800. Look at this stairwell. Wolfie. Sheepish with a $100 donation. Wolfie, look this way. I'm trying to get a picture of this weird pre-made stairwell. There we go. Over here, you boob. Look at me. Dumb dog. Just like pet photography in real life. Oh, my favorite thing about the Eclipse is all these viral articles about how to protect your pets during the eclipse. Does my dog need eclipse glasses? No, because your dog isn't an idiot like you are who will stare at the sun. I mean, if I wanted to make a killing, I would have designed, produced, and sold doggy eclipse glasses. I mean, honestly, I would, if people are concerned about their pets, then leave your pets inside during the eclipse. Not because they're going to stare at the sun and go blind, but because their owners are staring at the sun and are not paying attention to their pets, who might wander off and get lost or get hit by the increased amount of traffic or whatever. Like, that's the only danger I can see. Oh no, I'm blind. I can't find my pet. I mean, it does stem from just very bad information about, like, it's dangerous during an eclipse. Don't look at an eclipse without the eclipse glasses. It makes people think that the eclipse makes the sun more harmful. And I feel like it's poorly explained that no, that's not the case. The sun is always harmful to look at. But when during any other non-eclipse time are you tempted to look for an extended period of time at the sun? So it's not that the sun is more dangerous during an eclipse, it's that you are more likely to ignore your instincts to not stare at the sun and stare at the sun because, ooh, something cool is happening. You can generally take a quick glance at the sun and just be like, oh, and get weird spots in your eyes and be okay with it, but you're not staring at the sun. That's when, even after 1 or 2 full seconds, you can cause permanent damage. I mean, there was an annular eclipse when I was in middle school, and like the teachers in the school like made us bring permission slips to our parents to sign that will allow us to go outside during the eclipse. But then the day of, they rescinded them all, and we were stuck inside. I remember we had to do a group project that day, so we called our group the We Didn't Get to See the Eclipsers. So yeah, that's sort of like embeds in your mind, like, oh, it's dangerous outside during an eclipse. It's more dangerous. But yeah, I was like stuck in history class or something and like watched the world get slightly darker outside. So yeah. I mean, and I even like watched some videos of like Bill Nye, or who's now a subscriber, or like, you know, science people who try to explain this, and it's like they do a poor job of explaining it too. I don't even know if I'm doing a good job, but I'm like, it's always dangerous. It's always equally very dangerous, eclipse or not, to point your eyeballs in the direction of the sun.
An anonymous user gifted a Tier 1 sub to the Eclipse.
The Eclipse, the one and only, the Eclipse is now subscribed. Right, you can watch a sunset. Even that's pretty bright. Because you're looking through the haze that's closer to the Earth. I mean, if anybody's ever lived in a city with a north-south grid street layout, you know that driving home during sunset after you get off work is very difficult. Yeah, it is kind of frustrating. Sometimes be like driving on a road and the sun is like right in the middle of the road, and it's almost like, why did they design this road like this? I can't see a dang thing. It's dangerous. Well, being in a car makes it worse probably because you're looking through your windshield, which isn't crystal clear and pristine. It's either got like a haze on the inside or the outside, so it only amplifies and then disperses the sunlight and you stick your head out the window to drive. Like a glove. I personally don't like using sun visors either, because I'm so tall, it ends up like blocking my view of the road and like street lights and stuff, or you know, like stoplights. So it's kind of like, well, that's useless. It also kind of sometimes if my passenger puts down their visor, it's like if I'm making like a left turn or something like that, I can't like see oncoming traffic down the adjoining road. I'm just a real persnickety driver. My problem recently, especially only when it's cold out, is I put on my glasses, with my sunglasses, which have been in the car overnight when it's cold. And it's usually only my left eye, but I have a very moist left eye. It instantly fogs up, and I can't see anyway. So I'm like, trying to like blow off my sunglasses while I'm driving. But I don't remember ever having this problem until like recently. And it's with multiple styles of sunglasses. I have a very moist left eye. I got big bloods and moist eyeballs. Am I the only one who has this problem? Of course, so I think, well, maybe I shouldn't leave my sunglasses in the car. But then when I did that, when I started bringing my sunglasses indoors, I would get in the car, drive away, forget to bring the sunglasses, and then I wouldn't have any sunglasses. Oh, I guess it isn't that rare. This is like the second one we've seen in as many days. Although the other one was like floating 2 blocks off the ground. It's the Tumblr logo. get 2 pairs of sunglasses. I have like 4 pairs of sunglasses. I have one in each of my cars. Actually, I think I have 5. Because, yeah, I keep one in the girlfriend's car, or the Subaru. Because I don't like being a passenger without my sunglasses. One in the truck. One in the Datsun. I guess I don't keep one in the hearse, but then I also have 1 or 2 inside here. Whew. Don't they make sunglass-like visors? Yeah. I think some, like, sports cars and stuff had them. They're usually, like, blue tinted. But they don't really help. If you want to, like, fully block the sun. And also it doesn't help if it's just, like, ambiently bright out. Like, it's not covering your whole windshield. Making my extra bed. I wanted and never did. I wanted to put like the permanent visor on the Subaru on the windshield, you know, like across the top. They call that sometimes like a limo tint or something. But it always was like too expensive. Just because sometimes also, even with the visor down, the sun will undoubtedly be in the spot that's between the visor and the rearview mirror, thus negating the usefulness of the visor anyway.
An anonymous user gifted a Tier 1 sub to Sunvisor.
Sunvisor, the unpoliced illegal tint. No, not the whole window, just the top. The top portion. I don't like, that's one thing, the girlfriend's old car had tinted door windows, like on the driver's and passenger side. I hated that. It made me feel like I had blinders on. Even though it was just like a slight tint, it was still just enough to like throw me off. Oh dear. Danger written all over it. Ah. I should not have come this way. He's all right. Ooh. Ominous. Look at the size of this overhang. Holy Moses. Whoa. That's pretty crazy. This might be one of the bigger overhangs we've ever seen. Spooky noises. Can't even, like, fit it all in the one picture. I fell down. Eroding. There's even like a hole in the middle.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Jimmy U.
Jimmy U? Not Jimmy O, but Jimmy U? Oh, careful, Wolfie. What? Spooky. Oh, there's even like a cave up there. Well, that's something you don't see every day. Look at all them boys. Ooh. Ah. Oh, not as impressive without the fog distance. Nice try. I know that there can't be a creeper up here. Impressive. Most impressive. Voiders.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Pub Sponge.
Somebody's having fun. Jeebus. Alright. Wolfie? Be careful. I think he was. I hope he was. He was! Whoa, whoa! Okay. Oh, jeez. Ah, Wolfie! He showed up exactly where I was jumping to. The goob? Oof. The ultimate goober. Okay. Guess I'm going this way. Don't crash the boat. My mustache is very good at absorbing liquids.
An anonymous user gifted a Tier 1 sub to Pinnacle Chip.
The singular? Ooh, the single chip. Can't eat just one. Yeah, I guess I should use a boat. Whoa, careful, Wolfie. Loud noises. Invasive roses. My favorite hairband. Roses in vases. Ah, language is fun. Vases. It's pronounced vases.
An anonymous user gifted a Tier 1 sub to Timmy Warner.
Are you making these accounts? Now we just need for one of these to show up and be like, who gifted me a sub here? And then you both look at each other, and then the singularity forms. Weenie's hacked. Well, there's a guy down there. Yeah, there's definitely a guy. I saw a guy. I saw a skull. Almost perfect. Hello. Jelly bean. He brought sugar. It's my embroidery kit.
You bought a kit? Like you already have the.
No, I don't have the picture, but this is just all the equipment I apparently need. Allegedly. A lot of colors. Supposed to be a tomato, but it's a strawberry.
I get in that.
These are Starburst Jelly Bellies? Jelly beans, not Jelly Belly. Mmm. Alright. Jelly bean time. How are you? Tired? I assume you don't want to go to that car show tomorrow.
I don't even know our show.
The weird and wacky one. Like, do you want to enter your car in it, or you want to enter the car? Oh no, I
You.
didn't. What's that? No.
Weird and wet.
It is weird. Yours is weird and wacky.
Leave.
Timo Warner gifted a Tier 1 sub to Jellybean.
Yes.
They have
Okay.
given 381 gift subs in the channel.
Okay. It's 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Christmas on a carousel.
Seattle?
No, it's at... Anyway. Don't eat too many jelly beans. You already ate them all. Here comes 23, 23, 23. Yay! We did it. What is he trying to drown underneath ice? So, what's new? Does your finger ever get tired of pressing W? Well, now that you mention it, I just, because I don't have anything to talk about, I'm starting to notice all of my bodily discomforts. I need to go to the bathroom. My finger on the W key is slightly pressured. Have you worn out your WSD? My old keyboards, yes, but mostly like S, because that's traditionally where, like, I guess there's not a lot of movement on W, you know what I mean? But you move your finger to go hit S to back up, usually in a
Timo
panic.
Warner gifted a Tier 1 sub to W Key. They have given 382 gift subs in the channel.
Timo Warner. Not Timmy Warner. Thank you for the gift sub. So, like, my S key would always get, like, the S worn off, or conversely, if it was like a backlit keyboard, it would, you know, break the coating. Well, oh, wow. Oh. Well, that one's like in a little house inside of its own tree. But my friends, one mushroom in a tree is extremely common, as we've learned. But two mushrooms in a tree, now we've seen it. And this mushroom in its own little nook situation. Super duper rare. Special. Gotta go. What happened? That's super weird. Completely unexpected. The tree will burn forever in our hearts.
It's a mushroom tree.
It's a mushroom tree. Well, speaking of fires, what's going on over here? He did it. This wasn't me. That was whatever that was. Weird. I'll take. I used some arrows recently. Oh, there's more. Skeleton residue. All these rare moments. Have you encountered a mushroom on a floating block of ice? Well, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to say, but I'm pretty sure that's impossible. I don't think you can place mushrooms on ice either. Just like you can't place mushrooms in direct sunlight, they'll just pop off.
Timo Warner gifted a Tier 1 sub to Mushroom on Ice. They have given 383 gift subs in the channel.
Whatever it is, you got them. Does playing this ever hurt your eyes? It makes me uncomfortable after a while. I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with the game, but just streaming hurts my eyes. Like, it's more about these lights shining in my face for the camera. It makes my left eye moist. Depends on the monitor you're watching on and the hertz. I mean, I'm broadcasting at 60 frames per second. I'm pretty sure my monitor is 60 hertz. Oh, jeez. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, iceberg right ahead. Oh. I mean, the game itself runs at like 1,000 frames per second or whatever it says in the debug console. Once you bug, you can't debug. "100% F1 race with Cone?" Does Cone know about this? It was his idea. Oop. Does Kurt know about this, right? I don't think I fully understand the gravity of the situation. Oh, it's 100% Monaco. That just wouldn't fit on the thing on the screen. Please refer to the subathon spreadsheet for full details. I think he said no damage, because if we had damage, we wouldn't make it 1%.
I like music.
Unfortunately, I don't have my loot.
1,495.
1,495. Thank you, Union Girl, for 27 months in the subtub. Oh, that'll have to do.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to 1495.
1495. The year, not the number. Thanks. Peepers is running around. Here's big lumpy feet hitting the ground. Boing. Straight on through here, if you don't mind. Is this Domo Arigato? Is this a grotto? If you walked all the way back to the start, would the cabin still be there? I hope so. But yes. Alright, here's the extra elevated hidey hole. In hopes that we reach 59 gigs. And the game itself doesn't crash on us. Oh. The game crashed before? Yes, this well before your time. When we did FLoB-a-thons past, we would just keep walking and never, like, stop to save. And right about usually the hour mark, or, you know, hour and a half, 90 minutes, the game would start to freeze up, and if I didn't catch it in time, it would freeze completely and then crash, and I'd have to load from the backup. We're doing one extra bed today, right now, to see if we can't get the world save. 59,000. Eroding. According to the calculations of New Kimmel, at 59,000, we should be roughly 220,000 blocks from the offset. Well, that's almost as much as the first season of Far Lands or Bust went to 292,202. (292,202) is the only one I remember anymore. Can't remember any other number. Your phone number, social security number, your address. Punched, everybody. Look at that swimming pool. Look at this airplane. Here, it's a little frog. is what it is. It's a frog. It's a perfectly symmetrical frogman. It's the Eclipse. We did it, everybody. We seen the Eclipse. Don't it look like a frog? Oh god, that's casting its little shadow here. Sorry. Man, there's so many good things we took screenshots of. Well, that's floating sand, too. Gonna be real tough to pick the thumbnail on this one. There was that gigantic overhang. That was pretty neat. There were those two mushrooms. There was that frog we just took a picture of. Whoa.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
And that
A
staircase.
total eclipse of the mushroom.
Fits. Been a long time since there have been any animals. Other than that frog, obviously. There is probably a point where the animals will stop spawning. No, I don't think so. I don't think there is a point. Oh, I have both. Unless it's like past 30 million blocks when nothing, not even land, is spawning. This is like a weird thing that happens, again, aside from the game crashing, when we play for about an hour. It's like the spawn rate quota has been filled or something. I don't know technically what happens, but passive mobs stop spawning. Fix your game, Notch. Oh, pre-built hidey hole. Don't mind if I do. Well, the doorway was pre-built. Alright, what's the over-under? Should we do a poll? On whether or not we reached 59,000 megabytes? We can do a quick poll. I know you guys have channel points that you desperately want to get rid of. A prediction. Sorry, a prediction. Name a prediction. Did the world save reach 59,000 megabytes? Yes or no? Or exactly. There's also, you could really place your bets on exactly if it's on the dot. Did I do this right? Prediction started! You have 30 seconds. I didn't give you much time at all. Quick! Quick! I should have given you more than 30 seconds. You've got 10 seconds. Spend your cash. Your floating point points. You're running out of time. Alright. Who's ready for the answer? That felt like a very fast 30 seconds, didn't it? At exactly 23 hours remaining. Did you not even get to do it? %99 of people said yes. 0% of people chose on the dot. Should I redo it? Well, I don't think I can redo it. Can I say delete? Delete prediction from your dashboard. They will no longer be... it will send the channel points back. No, just do it. God damn it. Yeah, we only have 14 people participating. Oh! So close! So close! We definitely needed that extra Minecraft day of walking. That was... That was very close. Almost exact. Could you imagine if it was exact? One person bet exact. But they only chose to bet with 10 floating points. That counts as exact. No, it does not. It is 59,002.33 megabytes. That could you imagine if it was exact? I think it was Delta Whiskey would have won all the channel points. I only got back what I bet because the odds were overwhelming. That's pretty crazy. Here we are for segment 3 of day 7 of April 5th. Subathon, FLoB-a-thon. We left off at precisely 59,002.33 megabytes. I mean, it's better than when we previously ended up at, like, when we were looking for, like, 45,000. We ended up at, like, 49,999. That was a good time. That was a pretty good time we had there. If you're ready for another good time, get your woofs ready. Woof! There we go. Now we're ready to begin. Did I not sleep? Excuse me? Did I not sleep? Did nobody tell me that I didn't sleep? Go back into bed. Alright, good night, everybody. I think we were so concerned. Woof, okay. Nah, I think we were so concerned with the 59,000 megabytes that we forgot to sleep. Alright, I'm gonna let that guy take care of himself. That's gotta be the first time I've ever done that. Well, now I'm worried about creepies. Let's grab Wolfie and get the heck out of here. That's pretty good. To be continued.
I like music.
Unfortunately, I don't have my lute.
No sleepathon.
No sleepathon. 28 months in the subtub. Odox. Odo? Odoxpar. Thank you very much. Subtub. I kind of want to put a sign there. Oh god, Wolfie. Jeez. Why do I have 2 stacks of wood? Hidey hole of no sleep? No, I want to mark it as the hidey hole of the hidey hole of 59,002.33 megabytes. All right, because it was pretty special for me. I don't know if it was special for you, but it was special for me. Oh, I straight up slaughtered that guy. You should think about what kind of monument you want for the offset. The monuments tend to be informed by the landscape. We did make it. We just barely made it, as you saw with the +1 bed. Ooh, skeleton residue. I'm almost back up to a full stack of arrows. The last landscape demanded the Starship Enterprise, yes. The last floating point demanded I cut a giant trench in the earth, which then itself informed the F3 monument that year. But we'll see. What if it's in the middle of the ocean? We must remove the water from the bottom of the ocean. Do we know what the world size was at the last floating point? I don't know if exactly. You'd have to look back at that stream and or episode. Touchdown. Look at that. Oh, there's wolves. Tree wolves. So rare. Much more rare than tree mushrooms. I've heard. I doing? I could use some wool, but I don't think I'm going to stop on that island. Would you ever upload your screenshots? You wouldn't download a car. I mean, I need to upload my F3 monument still, so there's a... a bit of a theme of me not completing tasks. I have a lot of screenshots, but also I don't have all the screenshots. Because as I've built new and moved computers and Minecraft installations, they've gotten shuffled throughout the years. I think I found an earlier folder full of screenshots that like went as far back as like 2013, but I don't... Wolfie! I don't know that I have all of them ever. Calendar of FLoB screenshots. Is this anything? Would be one a day? I'm pretty sure I have more than 365 screenshots. I mean, I take more than one screenshot at a time, so many of them are duplicates. Or like the panoramics I was doing. But then again, I didn't really, for a long time, I really didn't stop to take screenshots. Like, I don't think there's any screenshots of, like, Combat Canyon. I mean, well, I take that back. There might be because I made a panoramic. But yeah, a lot of times I would just make the thumbnail out of a screenshot from the video. I did hear about Tango Tech, and I watched the video. And it was Wolfie woofing to start the episode that reminded him. About Farlands or Bust. That is a name I have not heard in a long time. Well, apparently it's got a bigger channel than I do now. He's a really big deal in Minecraft. Now a lawyer with 3 kids. Whoa, Wolfie. Jeez, he almost got blasted. Ah!
An anonymous user gifted a Tier 1 sub to Tango Tech.
That's the first real person that anonymous user has given a gift sub to.
An anonymous user gifted a Tier 1 sub to Lawyer Without Pants.
Lawyer Without Pants. Allegedly. Objection. Overruled. Oh, that's lava. That's definitely lava right there. Oh god, was that lava? Hold on a minute, did I... Wolfie! Jesus. Did I almost get bamboozled into a second pit of lava because I was avoiding the first one? Definitely lava. Also scary because it is lava. Good lord! I almost got bamboozed. I didn't even notice that one until I'd passed it. Now, where did I leave Wolfie? On top of the hill, right? Yeah. It's geologically active. There is a clip that exists of Flaming Wolfie. There's multiple clips. I don't know what it is. If only Twitch had some sort of functional clip search. But instead they made clips even more difficult to navigate by forcing featured clips onto us. That was last subathon. Because I was quick with the bucket. I'm surprised clips aren't vertical at this point. There is a tool that Twitch provides to format them vertically and export them. But again, it's not very much help when there's no system to search for the clips you want. Or even to by like date or game or anything. There's nothing. I mean, that is Twitch's tagline, isn't it? Twitch.tv. Yeah, it could be improved. uh... Yeah, like there's not even like a search for like the titles, because I'm sure somebody titled it like Wolfie on Fire or something, or Wolfie Burning. But like if there was a way to like word search through clips, just searching fire or burning would bring it up. I don't understand why they don't, or can't, or refuse to do that. Unless somehow the data is formatted in such an improbably horrible way that, like, the titles aren't linked to the videos. Is that it? Right. It's easier if you made the clip. You can, like, look through your list of clips you made. But looking through the clips of an channel, specifically an channel that was made in 2011, like mine. How did that even happen? I think Wolfie teleported and spawned into a shallow canyon that was beneath where I was at, and then started on fire because there was a lava, either a lava lake or a lava fall down there, and then teleported to me again to the surface while still on fire. Dang this cliff face that I've ended up on. Which lets you sort by date descending, but not ascending. Yeah, it's like really bizarre choices they've made like that don't make any sense whatsoever. I'm no computer guy. I'm no programmer whammer, but it seems like if you could do one, you'd be able to do the other. But then again, they also don't, like, search the clips that aren't, like, loaded in the list. Like, they don't count. So yeah, they probably have some arcane indexing system at work. Oh, Wolfie, you dingus. Thanks for nothing. You sorted clips by most viewed? Are you sure you sorted all clips or featured clips? Because that's another one. All clips. Yeah, they dropped that. Like, I used to, after they, or after I would stream, I would pull up the Twitch app on in the Xbox on our TV, and I would show the girlfriend, like, the stuff that happened today on stream. Well, I can't do that anymore, because on the Xbox app, there's no way to search. Well, first of all, I have to search my own channel to get to my channel, like through the Twitch search. But there's only a view for featured clips. There's no way to search recent clips. It's just, that's all you get is a list of the featured clips and nothing else. Oh, Doxpar! Thank you for a gift sub. What happened to all of my dirt? Could you use a Chromecast? I don't know that I have a Chromecast. I don't have a Chromecast. I don't want a Chromecast. I have like the first iteration of Amazon thing, whatever. I don't even know what it was called. Fire Stick. Are you trapped? That's a shame. Oh, he was not trapped after all. That doesn't even work anymore. I think the mobile app is even as bad, trying to find clips. Why is 1,500 subs not a thing? Because we were going in 200s. Because they were too close together before. But I want a thing. Well, now it's one sub away. Maybe you should have decided something when we were 100 subs away.
I can go several days without rest if necessary. You cannot.
Mac! Now it's -4 subs away. Thank you very much for the 5 sub bath bomb. Much appreciated. For 1,500 subs, I'll give everybody with a tier 3 sub a sticker pack. Got him! Certainly you can upgrade your sub to a tier 3 sub, Pallet Hands. They don't force you to run out the 6 months. You've prepaid. They're not going to be like, no, we don't want more of your money. I don't know, honestly. Maybe they don't. I mean, as we've discussed very recently, Twitch makes some very strange decisions. Oh, they don't prorate? So you'd have to, like, pay full price? Regardless? Thank you very much. That's weird. I don't know. Start making exceptions for people. Even though I know you are an anonymous user. Which has corporate-ish amounts of money with a bedroom startup mindset. I mean, they have Amazon money. Like, quite literally. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know how business works. I still gotta finish my taxes. They're due in 10 days. I did. Well, the difference is when you get a refund, you probably want to submit them as soon as possible. But when you owe, feel free to take all the time you need. Wow, those extensions. I've never taken an extension. Although with an extension, you still have to pay. So for that reason, it's kind of pointless. Just open a 12-month CD with the amount of taxes you owed last year. And then when time comes, you can owe taxes on the interest you earned on that CD. Ah, it's a lose-lose. Oh man, this is tempting, if not for Wolfie. That's not tempting. Okay, here we go. This should be pretty innocuous. There's even a diving board and everything for us. Oh, well, Wolfie might. Oh, jeez. I don't know about this, Wolfie. You better not be a boob. Come over here while you're at it. He wants to go first. Yee. Oh, good, he spawned. All right.
Glory to you and your house.
Ain't nothing toit.
Toy Boeing fan, welcome back. Thank you for 10 months in the sub tub. Sub tub.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
Ain't nothing toilet.
You are a weird bunch. Why she say it so weird? She say everything weird. Brr. Oh. That's just a big square missing out of that mountain, isn't it? Spooky square. Here comes 22, 22, 22 for the first time. Twos. We did it. Ain't nothing to's it. Ooh. 16 pumpkins. Plus there's one on the other side. Which there is not. Ooh, sorry. Mm. Why? Screwy with my inventory here. This ain't right. Subsponge, that has got to be the most delayed and for what it's worth in the history of language. we were we were talking about those invasive species at the beginning of the stream 4 hours ago. And for what it's worth, I meant things that grow thorns as the fruit, and weeds that have the introducing fuzz on them when I meant those were the invasive. Blamey. I bet you there were mushrooms on those trees that are burning right now. Right, let's go around this. Hello, before you lurk. Whoa. Whoa. What's up this weekend? Anything going on? Well, rub it in, why don't you? They're all heading to the Eclipse. The first spawner in a very long while. I get to ride buses for 4.5 hours to see the Eclipse and do taxes. And I'm all out of taxes. Ooh. Some wheat. A skeleton. A gunpowder. Ah, there's the other one. Ooh, and 2, 4, a lot of iron. Oh man, we're almost at a stack of iron. Not enough to blow up the place, though. That's a shame. Gotta go. Gonna see some cumulus clouds. They might clear as the eclipse cools the air. No, they only have... the dungeons only have a maximum of 2 chests. Now, if it's like a double spawner, like a spawner dungeon spawned within another dungeon, then it can appear to have more than 2 chests. That's pretty rare. Like mushrooms on trees. I think it's version. This is Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. Gosh darn, need dirt. No, I mean, exclamation point version is the command. There we go. Is there any other version? Gotta take a screenshot of this. A lot of screenshots today. A lot of interesting things to shot with my screen. Somebody's got the zooms upstairs. There are 4 possible candidates. One of those would be a disaster. Juno, yes, Juno being upstairs, although she is very knocked out right now on the ground in her bed here. But yeah, that would be a catastrophe. Emphasis on the cat. Astrophe. Whoa, I'm fine. It's most likely Peepers. He's got very heavy feet. Runs like a chimp. A real Yellowstone around here. I don't mean the cowboy kind. Eating Fritos. America's chip. Corn chip of freedom and mans. And I can actually get my torch back this time. feeding the cowboy spirit. Really? It's in what respect? Oh, jeez. This right here reminded me of my No Man's Sky freighter before I traded it in for that cheese wedge freighter. There's the No Man's Sky update. They allow you to customize your ships now. Meaning all the weird and rare and random ships you found throughout are not pointless. You can make any ship you want. Is that ad serious? Yes, that's why it's so funny. You think it's going to be a parody, but it's real. One of the comments on the video says, eating Fritos doesn't make you a tough guy. I'm surprised they allow comments still. Alright. I need to count these pumpkins. 13. Boo. Set them on fire. I mean, now imagine you're me, and that commercial comes on in between, like, Star Trek or whatever, and you're fully expecting, like, a punchline or something funny to happen, and it doesn't. That's why I can't, I just can't get that out of my mind. I mean, it worked, I guess, as an advertisement, because it had an effect on me, but not in a way that makes me want to buy Fritos, in a way that makes me want to laugh at the commercial every time I see it. Right, that was the only thing I was going to say about No Man's Sky, from what I read, is that you can't just, like, willy-nilly customize like it's Forza. You have to, like, find the parts on broken ships. But, like, you can also customize the colors. I'm assuming you have to find the colors, too. I don't know. Whoa. I like Fritos too, but like, I don't think I'm gonna buy them anymore. And they do go good on chili. They are gluten-free. But that's because they've been made with the same 3 basic ingredients in America for the last 120 years. Salt, sweat, and corn. Not any sweat. Cowboy sweat. You found the fashy word for blue is blue. Oh, dang. I don't... Oh, no. This is all sand. I need more than just sand. I mean, I guess I can make an elevated hidey hole out of wool. Oh, my shovel broke? Everything's wrong. This is because you badmouth Fritos. In the desert, where cowboys reign supreme. Alright. Definitely, I guess I need dirt. I also need a shovel. I mean, I don't need dirt now, because I'm done with the elevated hidey holes. Will the bed be okay? It will be. We've had floating beds before, but I don't know about, like, the spawn point. I mean, the spawn point allegedly would be on the sand, but I don't know. I don't want to, for 2 wool, I'm willing to let them go to not find out the hard way. Careful, Wolfie. Yeah, I guess making I should have maybe used wood. It's a little bit more prominent. But it was an extra comfortable bed. Double wool. Sometimes you have a wool bed topper. That was a wool bed bottomer. I have a boat. I do have a boat. Dawn on the final 22 hours. What did we start the day with? I don't remember. It was something 29. Was it 1829? Of course it was. We started the day with coffee. Cowboy coffee. America. Ingredients. Coffee grinder. Pepper grinder. Coffee pepper. Pepper coffee. Chili. I don't know why I climbed up here, but I knew this was going to be the outcome, and I still did it. Oh, this was, I thought it was just a flat wall. That turned out to be more than I anticipated. Oh, friends. Good times. Good times were had by some. Ooh, boy, sorry. It's almost over for the day. Gonna have some leftover chili. Not with Fritos, but Juanitas. Corn chips. Yes. Does corn have gluten? I should hope not. No, it doesn't. What does Juanita know about corn, salt, and water? What does Juanita know about driving cattle? Boots. Ooh, buddy. Oh, now we're predicting megabytes, are we? Are you safe at night in the boat away from land? Kinda not really, but eventually the water runs out. Also, I need to kind of get close to land every now and again to let Wolfie spawn. So... let me just pull over right here. Maybe I can reuse this boat. Or it'll go on the journey without me. Come on up, Wolfie. Yep. Pickle, come on. Oh, he's up. Got him. it. All right. Let's remember to sleep. Right, that's pretty important. And then back up the world. Woof. Okay, yeah, I don't know why. Now that you got me thinking about the W key, now I'm like feeling it. Damn, you were close. You were very close, New Kimmel. But not close enough. 59,073.46 megabytes. It's pretty much, we've determined we add about 70 megabytes every hour-long segment.